Welcome to Non Judgmental, brought to you by Being Seen and the Prime State.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the podcast Non Judgmental, sponsored by Bean Scene and the Prime State. Today, I have with me Vaishnavi joining in. Welcome to the podcast, Vaishnavi.
Hi, Ankush. Thank you.
Before we get in, I would like you to introduce yourself.
Yeah, so yes, I have 5 years of experience as a counseling psychologist, and I have worked with various populations, and I specialize with couples, families, relationships, trauma, and crisis. Also, I work for the people who want to get into the self-awareness mode or help them getting into a journey with themselves better.
That's great, Vaishnavi. For the audience to know, I and Vaishnavi have been trying to, record this episode for a really long time. But we had that keen no, whatever happens, it has to happen today. So we are finally here, Vaishnavi. How does it feel?
I
You
am,
know,
but also nervous since this is going to be my first podcast. I've never done a pod. I have done a lot of webinars, seminars online, but never. So yeah, I'm very excited.
it's all gonna be fun and it's gonna be more into a lighter way than other episodes that we have had. And also back behind the scenes, we had our discussions on how, commercialization, like how people have taken the term self-love in a completely different meaning altogether. I won't say like there's somewhere not even like 1920. It is almost like they've gone way too far with their terminologies and the meaning of that. What is your take on that?
So personally, Ankush, for me, love is like you care for yourself, you value yourself in order to know your worth, right? Within exploration, of course, and how you said that off camera, we have discussed about commercialization and consumerism. It has both its perks and its demerits as well. So when we talk of perks, we always talk of like how these companies have promoted mental health in a way, right, with their media campaigns, or be it things like that. And also how there are certain products that empower us also. It could be like skincare as well. When you do that, you actually feel good about it and about yourself as well. Also with that, somewhere I feel like we have commodified self-love, or we have objectified self-love rather than going on the paths of where we value ourselves. We have also attached it like, if that is something, then I am worth it if I own that, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, and that's not self-love when you're insecure. Self-love is somewhere where you're secure with yourself.
Right.
When we say self-love, it could be a lot of practices. So you could sit by yourself and journal. You can listen to your favorite song, as simple as that, or you're sitting peacefully having that cup of tea, coffee, or whatever you try to drink by yourself, right? And you do not have a thing going in your head. Oh, am I doing?
But
I mean, please go
yeah,
ahead.
no, I was just
So,
saying that it is so commercialized and everything is sold when it comes to self-love. You were right. Yeah, please continue.
so I was just saying that yes, it's as simple as having that tea by yourself. Like there's this one line I always say is, you know, recognize that your self-love comes from within you and not what the things you own by.
That's so beautifully said, right?
So I always tell people in this one line, if you have asked me to define it, so it's that way for me.
Right. But honestly speaking, I have seen from, like, you might have seen it from a therapist perspective. I mean, we both would have our different, right? But
Yeah.
what I have seen is people truly believe that, oh, when I just go to that particular place and when I'm sitting there, and like it's good to go out on a solo date for yourself also. I'm not saying you don't have to, but why do you have to? I mean, what you feel at your, like what you feel at the cafe or what you feel when you go out, that same feeling should be like, back when you're at home, right?
Right.
The feeling should be same. There should not be a difference between, कि वहां पे जाऊंगा तो oh, I'll have 100% self-love for myself. But when I'm at home, it's just 50%. I mean,
Right.
that difference should not happen.
When oh, my friends are doing this, so maybe that's the idea also that gets portrayed, right? But maybe for that person who is doing it has come to a point of awareness ki, okay, this is what it is for me, and we are just at times imitating, or when we pay off companies also, or consumerism in general. So we also feel ki, okay, this thing or is, it's my love, or just going to a cafe and sitting is a form of self-love. It can be. I am not saying it cannot, right? It can be. But does that give you the same happiness that, when you are just sitting by yourself at your home? It should be the same. And also, it's like we just forget at times that do we really need to do that? Or is that will actually, embark on my journey of self-help, or will it help me to know myself better? So at times when we go out and our shopping apps will order it, and then we'll feel like it makes me feel better now that I have ordered it. So whatever I was going through, now I'm not feeling the same intensity, right? But then when it arrives, and then we are like, oh, I don't need this.
Yeah.
This is just an extra thing that I have added to my you know pile of things that I have, right? So
Right.
maybe and it's not, we need to process those emotions as well, right? Of course, things like buying skincare or going out for coffees can help us to regulate our emotions, but also we need to sit by and process the, and
Right.
that could be done through various ways. You could talk to a friend about it. You can just sit down and journal about it. How did it you feel? Or you can just think about it. Ki, okay, was this thing that? But then when we resort to consumerism, then we forget to reflect that do I really need this? Will this really help me?
Right.
Right? So there's a lot that I'll shop and I'll feel better.
Right.
Guys, you realize, right, that you are also going into that spiral.
Right.
Makes us relief, right? I'm like, it, of course, for a momentary aspect, it does make you relief, but then processing that emotion is the way to go.
Yeah, even I have a couple of friends. When you said about your friends, right? It took me a flashback. There are a lot of people just, I mean, I have the worst habit. Whenever I know there's Zomato around me, like when they can deliver the food, if I am like not stressed out or stressed out, I don't know. I have the weird habit. People go back to Amazon, Flipkart to check what's new and what's not. I go back to Swiggy, Zomato, कि अच्छा अभी कौन सा आ रहा है? क्या खा सकता हूँ मैं इसमें से? I start scrolling, like window shopping करता हूँ मैं Swiggy और Zomato पे कि क्या then I end up ordering nothing. I see it for good 1 hour, 1.5 hours. I'm spending my time कि नहीं इससे अच्छा तो वो था, नहीं उससे ज़्यादा पैसे इसमें है. This is much more affordable than what is offering by Zomato and वगैरह-वगैरह. And you end up ordering nothing. मैंने बोला था कि ऐसा अगर कोई है तो प्लीज़ मेरे को कमेंट्स में बता देना कि सिर्फ मैं अजीब नहीं हूँ. It's very normal to scroll through your Swiggy and Zomato as well. But I have seen people, a lot of people, when they're stressed out. I mean, well, if I'm not wrong, I might have seen this in a couple of movies or maybe series somewhere. Ki if they're stressed out, they just walk out to shop. Like
Right.
hair time hai, or they just walk out, go for shopping. Oh, this is self love. Book yourself a 5-star hotel, stay. I mean, you can do all of that, but until, as you said, right, and until and unless you don't regulate, you don't channelize, and you don't realize your emotions, even no matter how many days, I mean, तुम साल के 365 दिन तो उधर नहीं बैठ सकते ना. You can't book all 365 for yourself until and unless you're Ambani is obviously. But until and unless you don't do it, you can't. I mean, no matter what you do for your self love, no matter how much you spend, you will again feel the same thing. You will again be at the the square one from where you actually started.
Like I said, earlier also, like when we started off and I said that self-love is just spending time with yourself. And it's not about all the good times. It's
Right.
also the bad times. It's also your flaws. It's also your imperfections and together all, right? Self-love is something where you can, accept ki, okay, this is what I am. Okay, this is what my boundaries are. This is what my, limitations are, or this is what I am flawed at. This is something that I lack. And of course, none of us are perfect, right? Everyone has their own flaws, everyone has their own positives, negatives, and all of that, right? But then when we do it, when we say self love, it's acceptance of all of that. It's not just the good, but also the bad. It's just that you value yourself in a way that you're ready to accept everything that comes about you,
Right.
be it your boundaries, be it, your say, like I always say, that as well. Right?
Right.
So that's a part where you can accept yourself the way you are or the way who you are. So that's where, of course, going for, booking a lavish stay, say bubble baths, and going shopping when you're feeling stressed, like I said, they do make you feel relieved. But again, at the end of the day, why are you feeling that way or what triggered you to make it feel that way is something that we need to reflect on,
Right.
right? And also, like I always say, right, do I need that? Because we need to be mindful on things that the resources we are taking it or buying also. So there's a lot that we can, have. And we need to also understand the marketing style. They market the product in such a way that triggers your insecurities at a certain point of time. So we need to be mindful that is it my insecurity? Is it something that I'm mindfully doing it? So all of that.
If I'm not wrong, can I just like ask you an example? Like, is Fair and Lovely a appropriate subject to tapping into your insecurities and triggering? Like, is it an appropriate example?
Well, that's a lot if we talk of a particular brand or a company, Ankush. But say, if I have to take an example, how I said, like, there are a lot of people I have seen, they're like, okay, my friend got this, so I should also get something like this. And that's where I start loving myself.
Right.
So I'll give you a very simple example. I have had this one case, and that person came, and trust me, the person had everything. You think and the person had everything. All right. But then he would all be like, oh, I want more just because my friend gets it. And I would want to go a step ahead of it. Right. And then he would be like, oh, that person is doing that, but I still don't feel good about it because I am not able to do it.
Oh,
Like what I wanted to say is that self love is not something that you can achieve. It's not a one time thing कि ठीक है आज मैं अपने आप बैठ के I could go on a solo date. That means I have achieved that love of self. It's a journey that we live and we travel throughout our lives. And there be moments, where we will have those negative thoughts about ourselves as well. Okay, am I doing enough? Am I not doing enough? And that's okay. That's how we are growing. That's how we are learning things to go ahead. So it's a lot when we talk of self love, and self love will always be a journey. It is not an achievement.
right.
Right? It's always a reflective part, always a reflective journey that you will have. And in that journey, you'll have, for some people, travel can be a happiness, right? But for some people, it could be just sitting in the comfortable space and reading a book could be happiness.
Honestly, this traveling thing led back to my memories. I love how airport gives you that feeling. There's butterflies. Oh, I'm flying out. Even though you are traveling domestically, internationally, doesn't matter. But the feeling that airport gives you is amazing. And also, I mean, those who love train would obviously have those same feeling. I love the cozy thing when I'm traveling, you wear your blanket, you put on your blanket or chadar, and then, you're comfortably either reading book or watching your own movies. And then beautiful. And when you are out, the hotels and stuff give you the vibes because there's always back in the end, there's a lot of
Right.
to and fro. But then when you're
Right.
actually in a flight or in a train, you know that this is the time you're going to reach your destination. And until then, you just enjoy the journey, irrespective of how horrible and terrible it is. Even if it gets terrible, but somehow either you're laughing at what is happening around or you're enjoying you get into your own zone watching the journey, like the nature outside, and just
Right.
mesmerizing how beautiful it is. And
Right.
also, when we were talking about self-love, right? And there's so much that you gave in, but then I also realized, people have a very weird understanding of self-love. That, just because I am very positive and all, even if they've done it wrong, right? They don't have the courage to, I mean, like, fine, acceptance. So, मतलब खुद के लिए तो at least you can accept it, right? Okay, fine. This is something that I shouldn't have done, but I've done it. Just apologize and leave. But no, just because they believe that, oh, I'm worth it and I'm this and that. Oh my God. This brings me into like I was not supposed to be there, but unfortunately, I was present at the moment. And for some reason, there was a fight between two friends, right? So of myself, and all that happened for like 15, 20 minutes or 30 minutes. And I was like, चल क्या रहा है? I mean, at least you
Mhm.
need to realize that what situation it is, and you can't just throw everything at once because people have started using terminologies. We also had a word on this. People have just left, right, and center started using these terminologies without understanding the depth and the meaning of it, right? The other day, I
Right.
was watching some interviews. Somebody said, "Oh, I was panicking. There was a lot of panic attack," or some word related to mental health was used because
Mhm.
he or she has a gastric issue.
Right.
But coming back, so all this happens, people don't realize they tend to hurt others in the name of self love, right? At times they be rude. Oh, whatever you say is all absolutely rubbish. And I know myself, like, when that actually comes in, I realize मतलब मेरे को ऐसे लगता है ना कि I believe myself and all is fine. But when somebody is trying to speak their perspective of whether, all this comes in a scenario when both the parties are involved, right? But
Right.
supposedly you tend to say some of my behavior was not appropriate or maybe you didn't like it. On contrary, I would listen to your opinion on what just happened and maybe validate your emotions as well. If I was wrong, I would apologize and we try to sort things out. I wouldn't go like, I know myself, I wouldn't have done it. And, just believing that, oh, I am self love and just leave and depart and everything just shatters, these things to people. What
Mhm.
I think, like you might have seen lots and lots of cases that come up to you.
Right. I mean, another line that I always say is, that self love doesn't give you a license to be rude,
Wonderful.
right? I mean, of course, we all have our own boundaries as individuals, right? And even if we go into the communities as well, since we are social beings, we always have our boundaries. But the boundary setting also has a lot of things. Okay, a lot of time people might think you are rude when you're setting up a boundaries because maybe they don't know how to communicate it. Right. Because you see, like mental health, if I say with Indian perspective, it's booming right now. And people are coming to know that, oh, there's something known as boundaries or something, that we need to establish, or this is what it is. And since there's a lot going around, also, we might not know how to communicate. That could be, the reason why people, we feel like, oh, they're communicating, so that means that they're rude. Because sometimes the words might come harsh and we might not have that vocabulary that, there will be a difference with how others will perceive it as well, right? Another thing could be, when we feel people as rude or, rudeness is that emotional baggage also. Like I said, vocabulary plays also because we all are still learning that emotional vocabulary
Right.
because we don't know the actual meaning of the word or how or what impact it could give out, right? Because as psychologists, if you come and tell me, we would go like, okay, what is happening? And we'll try to decipher. And we, since we know the different intensity, I'm not belittling anybody's intensity. Of course, like I always say, whatever you go through has its own intensity, and whatever I go through will have my own. The context might differ, right? And that's okay. There's no, like, I'm not questioning the intensity, but it's all just that, since we do not have that emotional vocabulary at times, we tend to loosely throw words around without even knowing its actual meaning, right?
Right.
Because maybe we are also learning in that phase, not a license to your rudeness. Self-love is more on the lines of self-awareness, like I have mentioned it earlier also, saying, that you need to know what it is. ये नहीं हो रहा है कि सामने वाले ने अगर ये कहा है, say for example, if somebody says that, I don't like a certain dish, ठीक है, doesn't mean I have to also hate that dish,
Right.
right? I could love it. And then there's a way. It's like, okay, we We can order 2 separate dishes, right? That's always an option.
Yeah,
So it's figuring out, it's communicating as well as it's figuring out the ways that we could be there together. Just because there's a small
absolutely.
clash, there's a small disagreement, we do not break our friendships or our relationships, right? We try to navigate through. And that's how boundaries are also there. Boundaries are there to build bridges, okay? And not blockages of your road.
Right,
How we were talking earlier also, that how we see self-love as a journey. So similarly, in that journey, we would have some tough roads or some, roads which are very difficult to take. So boundaries act as a bridges and they do not act as a roadblocks. So
right,
I mean, I have always said this also to my clients, ki think of it ki, आप कहीं से जा रहे हो and there is a huge block that has fallen. How will you navigate through it? कि आप
right,
दूसरा, you'll talk to locals if you are in the unknown area, right? What could be the other way? What could, you'll try to figure out to get out to your destination.
right,
So similarly, boundaries also play a similar role. They help us to figure out ways, have more navigations, and not like you go like, oh, this is what it is, so I will not do it. No, that's not how it is. It helps us to navigate things. And at times to build boundaries, also we might need other people. I'm not
right.
saying it. Maybe if I get to know more details, we can discuss it off the call. But yeah, like, we never know what the person is going through inside. And for us in that scenario, our perspective would be like, okay, first sort this out and then we can go this way. But for
Right.
that, it can be just like calming themselves down for a moment to, do it. But to a lot of it may not make sense. And to a lot of people saying this, like how your friend was affirmating, a lot of people have hard times for affirmations as well. And there is like a proper time that we suggest for affirmations as well. Like, there's a particular time in which, you should do your affirmation so that it has a major impact. Of
Right.
course, I'm saying I'm not a perspective that we need to take, right? A lot of times it's like, मैंने ये सोचा है तो यही सही होगा,
Right.
right?
Honestly
So,
speaking, sorry to cut you off. If you see there's no affirmation kind of thing that happens, but every time I see something, I relate myself a lot to a character called Jethalal from Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, right?
okay.
So I always land up in trouble. I have nothing to do with the situation. I am not involved in any of thing, but still every time it is blamed on me. I'm like, kar lo. Like I've never felt first initial phases when I was into a lot of trouble or there were a lot of emotional thing happening. I'm lucky enough that I could figure out one thing key, is it something that I am feeling into or is there any exterior force or a moment maybe that was past or something is that affecting. So I could differentiate and channelize, but 99 point of the times I realize I am out somewhere where I have nothing to do with people, where I don't know what is happening, and then still in the I'm still in the trouble, right? And every
Mhm.
time now, pehle I was like, ye kya hua? How could this happen? Why am I being blamed and all of that? Now I'm like, इससे और कुछ ज़्यादा नीचे गिरने वाला है क्या ये चीज़? Then I figure out नहीं, तो ठीक है, हो जाने दो. We'll go through this as well. So that's
Mhm.
how kind of the situations I have been handling. No, honestly, the scenario, I don't want to just अब मेरे को मज़ाक उड़ाना है पर उड़ाना भी नहीं है because I'm with a therapist here. I'll edit this. I don't want this to be there. The thing that I figure out कि affirmations are best at the morning.
Correct.
When you wake up, your mind is fresh, you're very positive. Like from within, all your energies are positive. Because by that
Correct.
time, there is no exterior force that has hit you. There are a lot of things that you have to do and stuff like that. That 30-40 minutes, I believe you're at your peak. You are fresh, your energies are high, you're positive. I guess that's the best time
Yeah.
we can.
So ideally, what we suggest is once you wake up, you should go for an affirmations or when you're going to hit the bed so that you end your day on a positive note. Affirmations is once you start doing it, it's very hard to believe. Trust me, I've gone. with people coming up to me and saying, Vaishnavi, it feels like we are lying to ourselves. Trust me. I have told them, guys, it's a
Okay.
time. Honestly, I'm telling you, it's not in my first session that I always tell people affirmation. I take that, you know, thing on myself. Ki, okay, now the person is on the path of self awareness. They know themselves a bit, to a little more depth. And that's when I count down to and suggest affirmations. And still they have come back to me and said, Vaishnavi, we tried affirmations for a week and it felt lying because we can't believe it. I mean, of course, then we sit down and we figure out ki why is it so hard to believe that you yourself are also important. Because in general, we are not made to. We are always thinking on the problem solutions, right? And
Right.
the mind trains that way. So giving something after an age becomes difficult as well. So I'm like, okay, then we sit and then we discuss. It's not that I'm making them believe in it, but it's just that again, that we are sitting back and reflecting on our job. Because with self-love, initially, that I have experienced with this little amount of practice that I have, that people will always come up with a lot of, self doubt or self hate kind of questions as well. It's not always good happens in your brain when you start practicing it at
Right.
during the specific times as well.
There was an interview that I was watching with Rabina Tandon. I've told you this off call as well, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
beautifully drew a line between being rude to other person and maybe I don't if you want to communicate, there's a small line how you communicate to the other people, not to
Right.
sound it very rude as well.
True.
And moreover, I believe self-love is a as you said, right, it's a complete journey. And it is never honestly speaking, I never knew what is self-love and all of that. I just knew to regulate my emotions. I knew what is happening and what is not. But later, when I actually got to know myself much, like, if I knew myself 10% back then, I know 60% today. In near future, I might know 70, 80. It just goes on, right? So
Yeah.
one thing I realize why we find difficult for ourselves to, when we affirmate, we feel that we are lying to ourselves and ये क्या cringe level बातें कर रहे हैं हम लोग. Kind of it feels. Honestly, I did feel it before, and I do feel it at times, right? Because we've always had that perception. We have always seen ourselves from a different person's perspective.
True.
Because whatever the people in the society have always told us, we've always ended up believing it. So
Right.
maybe that is why we always have that one level of doubt every time we are trying to affirmate, we try to believe that, at times when you had a very bad day and maybe you just go out for a good coffee or maybe a dessert that you want to eat or maybe a good food, right? And every time there's a setback that comes in. Like, honestly, I was out this last week, and last weekend we were supposed to record, which didn't happen. And I tell you, that Saturday was one of the worst Saturdays that I could ever have. It was terrible and horrible. So, cut to the Sunday now. I said I was not in a state of going out, so I thought I'll order myself. Then I was like, after all that drama that happened yesterday, you still want to order yourself. Like, this kind of to and fro conversation with me that was happening, right? So at times we do believe that, oh, maybe we don't deserve that. So I took my own good sweet time. I didn't order, but I was like, I'll go out and eat something. But yeah, I made sure that, I channelize the energy. I could, like, if I would have taken the decision instinctively that, oh, I'm just going to order, what's going to happen? Maybe later I would have regretted it a lot.
Uh-huh.
So maybe I allowed myself to feel whatever I was feeling at the moment and then maybe come to a decision of, how it had to be.
So when it comes to like specifically food, ordering food, or like how we were discussing earlier, like people scrolling through Flipkarts, Amazons, and all other shopping apps. What I usually suggest is, specifically with food. Say I so that happens with me also at times as a therapist when I say when I'm not in good mood or I'm very stressed. Of course, we all have our own go-tos or our own guilty pleasures, right? So,
Right.
so I have this thing that I need good food since I am a terribly huge foodie. Okay. Yes. So my guilty pleasure has always been food.
Right.
Right. So when I am also having a bad day or something, then I'll also go to my phones. I'll also scroll to my Swiggy, Zomato, and then I'll compare the prices. Trust me.
This is very normal.
Yes, it is. Right? I'll compare the prices. But then now that I know that as being a therapist or not being a therapist as well, that I am quite aware of my so what I'll do is I leave my cart for 45 minutes to 1 hour, because that gives me the time to cool off, to think about things. And after 1 hour, even if I'm still craving for the things in my cart, that's when I order. And trust me, in my experience, and to all my clients also whom I have suggested this, they've come back and said 80% of the time we do not end up ordering. It's just that emotions that is making us do that. But once we have processed the emotions, that's when we do not need it. And so similarly, that's what I've started suggesting my friends also. Guys, it's okay. You put it in your wish list, you put it in your carts. Wait for a week. With Amazon and Flipkart, I go like, wait for a week. And still, when you think that, okay, I still need that thing, then you go ahead for it. I am
Right.
not like, buying things. I'm not saying you shouldn't, because there are certain kinds of things that actually make you feel good. Food is a huge one. Then there's a lot of skincare things. There are a lot of journaling diaries, right, that we get. I'm not supporting journaling diaries, neither I am saying don't use it. It's up to you guys to, make that call, right? But then I always say, you wait for a week, and if you still think that you need it, then you order. And then my friends also have come up and they're like, you're losing our interest in shopping. I'm like, I am not doing anything. It's your emotions, guys.
Exactly. The same thing happens with anger, right? Like your anger is triggered for some reason. Your anger lasts for, say, that 2 minutes, barely 5 minutes, because you cannot be angry beyond that. You start trying to cool yourself down. I mean, subconsciously it starts happening. And maybe if we just control ourselves, I'm not saying don't be angry. Emotions are going to be emotions. But if you try to control your actions and your tongue for maybe that 5 minutes, there is no chance that you're going to end up being in a major trouble or a guilt that you feel later on.
Right.
Yesterday itself, while traveling back, I had a argument with my mom. So she gets pissed off easily. And I tell her, when she's pissed at me, she'll yell at me. And then when I have something to say, she'll be like, huh, you give this? I don't want to talk. I said, don't leave the conversation in between. You are angry, I am angry, it's okay. But finish the topic and then let's move. I always tell her, she's like, huh, you are going to tell this only, you're going to do this only. And then she'll be like, I am ending this conversation. I'm like, I don't want it. This is some time ago when I had a heated argument with her on food. We had a heated argument and she's like, I'm going to bed. And she just banged the door and she's gone. I have gone back inside the room, but she knew this guy is going to come back. She locked herself. She was like, I don't want to have a conversation with this guy right now. And then I always insist and I always believe, I don't know how far this is true, but one thing that I've realized, like if there is something wrong or any issue that is happening, I want it to be clarified then and there. Maybe if I need to get a clarification, I want that to happen then and there itself. Like it's okay even if it is taking 30 minutes longer, it's okay. But at least we both, or whether it's with your parents, your friends, your spouse, your partners and all, maybe for that 30 minutes, it might take long. You might be a little frustrated giving that clarification or accepting it. But later on, trust me, there is no regret or there is no overthinking that happens. Oh, I could have done that. I could have done this or this and that. There's a lot that happens, right?
Right. See,
Sorry, no,
see,
you talk.
that's okay. But but the point is, see, a lot of us want to get things done then and there, right? Like right now, if I have you know, it could be like, if I have an argument, not even an argument, but if I had something that I disliked about you. So maybe I'll take the time off to process by myself. Is it just me who was feeling it, or was it actually? But then there, like you said, you are the person who would want to be done then and there. So it again depends on individual with the emotions as well, be it positive, be it negative. All of us have different ways, right? So with this specific case, we could be like, okay, somebody needs that time, at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I am that person who would get off in 10 minutes and then I'll be like, okay, now let's sit and talk. But then if you force me to be like, okay, no, you can't take that 10 minutes off, you need to talk to me right now, here and now, I'll blast.
I'm okay with you take 10 minutes, process things and get back. But I'm telling it should not take you longer than the usual to clarify things. Because
Right.
that's where I believe a lot of misunderstandings could happen and you could, have a different perspective. You could think your own, you could have your own perspective about that person or the situation, which is actually not true. Because human
Right.
tendency is to get onto negative things a lot more faster than on the positive, right?
Right.
As we speak about self-love, right? Positivity, when we speak about ourselves, when we are affirmating, we cannot believe. We honestly feel we are lying to ourselves. But the moment if somebody tells, oh, you're this person, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm that person. So I'm trying to tell you, it's okay if you can take 10 minutes off, you want to process what has just happened. It's okay. But at least I want it to clear by, if we are going before going to bed, I want that to be sorted. It's okay if I sleep less and less 30 minutes, it's fine. I would compromise on my sleep only if that person is important. Else I am going to bed.
In this case that you have been describing, what is important to you, what is not important to you, or which people, that you have that kind of awareness, and we need to be aware on what is important to us, what is not, what are our boundaries, what is it something that you are not okay with, or what is it that okay, this level I am okay, but beyond this I am not, right? How do you communicate that is the key role. Of course, most of us don't like confrontations and get things solved or resolved, right? Then it's also again how we, communicate. For a lot of us, when we say you need to, right, that the person is expecting.
Right.
So that's how we can communicate. And if I'll be like, okay, I don't want to talk to you and I'm going, bye, that doesn't give a solution to anything.
Exactly.
Right. So that's where when we say ki having your boundaries clear and communicating it in such a way is a part of your self-awareness. It's not something that you say. I cannot come and tell you, Ankush, you can't raise your voice at me because I am not good with noises. That will have a different impact altogether. But if I communicate it in a different way, that's where we say ki boundaries build bridges and not roadblocks.
If we come to an end, what is the small note that you would advise to our audience?
One thing is always reflect, guys. What is it that I want exactly? Is it, I am not saying don't go and buy things. I really appreciate when people go buy and they feel genuinely happy, but then also reflect and have a mindful practice about, buying things. Let's not just hoard things up together or resources together, but also be mindful on how it is impacting us and how it is important in our growth and our journey.
Right. And also one thing, this could be a similarity to reflect and be mindful when we are eating also, right? There's emotional eating that happens when you're stressed. If you've seen Dil Dhadakne Do,
Right.
Shifali was seen eating that entire slice of cake when her husband was not. I don't know the exact scene, but I clearly remember she was in a
Right.
room, she was enjoying, like she was crying, weeping, but still having that piece of cake.
Right.
So this completely is again totally relatable when you're mindful. You should be mindful when you're actually eating to analyze what you're eating, how much are you eating. So this is basically in a completely different way that you should be mindful of what you're buying, how much are you paying. Like whatever it is, it is individual lookout, but still we don't, what Vaishnavi is trying to say, and what I agree is not to buy it with a force, like just because you're feeling sad or just because you're on cloud
Right.
nine for a minute. For that particular moment, just hold on. Like you wonderfully said, like, wait for 30, 40 minutes. When you add it,
Right.
or when it's Swiggy, Zomato, 30, 40 minutes. When it's Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, and Nykaa, and I don't know what else, wait for
Service.
a couple of days and then
Yeah.
maybe come to a conclusion. Then maybe you realize that okay, fine, it's needed or not needed. So that's wonderful, I feel so happy today because A, this is year end. B, this episode has turned out to be a lot more like what I wanted it to be. Honestly speaking, our audience will relate to this because the past episodes have been way too heavier and the topics have been, much more intensified. But this is so lovey-dovey kind of self-love. I'm 100% sure now we all have a clarity also, the difference between, what actual self-love is and what is being pretended or what people have taken it from the social media. It was wonderful. And I'm so happy because this was like what I have been laughing throughout, but I was waiting for your liners, honestly.
Oh my God. Okay.
Liners before we end this.
No, I will just be kind to yourself because kindness is empowering.
Wonderful. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Vaishnavi, for being here. It was great. Wishing you a very, very happy new year and to our audience as well. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year, guys. Thank you, Ankush, for having me.